A pioneer in FM radio communications and semiconductor technology, was an instructor at the University of Connecticut and consulting engineer to the state police when Paul V. Galvin hired him as director of Motorola's research department in 1940. He already was launched on a successful career as a designer, builder, operator, and manager of the college's broadcast and FM relay station. He also had put into operation the first two-way state police system and the first two-way FM radio telephone mobile system in the world. At Motorola, he at once became active in the development of FM communications equipment for the police and for the U.S. Signal Corps. He was directly responsible for the system's concept and development of the Army's SCR-300 FM walkie-talkie, which proved to be of great value in World War II invasions in France and Italy that hastened the war's end. This genius innovator began his radio experimentations as a teenager while living on Rubber Avenue in Naugatuck, Connecticut. He hadn't finished high school when he was invited to become a special student at Connecticut Agricultural College, now the University of Connecticut. As early as 1946, Dr. Noble began gathering information from engineers and physicists at MIT and Harvard that brought him to the conclusion the next 50 years would see a phenomenal rise in the development of solid-state electronics. He also suggested to the firm's president, Paul Galvin, that a solid-state electronics lab be set up in the Southwest, specifically in Phoenix, because engineers would be attracted to the area. He was impressed by the community's backup machine shops, transportation services, and availability of outdoor living. Dr. Noble drove to Phoenix late in 1948, rented a small building in central Phoenix, and established Motorola's first laboratory. A man of vision, he not only decided to build the best equipment, but also to hire experienced engineers who developed devices that were marketable the world over. He was instrumental in recommending the assignment of a citizens band channel while serving on the FCC Radio Technical Planning Board, for the first commercially available microwave product lines, for two-way radio for commercial and industrial users, for the modular design concept of radio communications product line, and initiated development of the first power transistor capable of not less than 1 watt audio output. During his business career, he divided his time between the Valley and Elmhurst, Illinois, with his wife, Doris, and two sons, Talboy Daniel and Tryon Remington. When he wasn't focusing on some aspect of Motorola, he could be found enjoying art, sculpting, music, archaeology, and philosophical writing. He authored numerous papers, holds 9 patents in electronics, received numerous industry and engineering awards, and as a painter, his works have been reproduced on the covers of 3 books and 7 magazines. 24 of his paintings hang in 5 universities and 3 technical institutes. Dr. Noble was awarded an honorary Doctor of Science in 1957 from Arizona State University. In making that presentation, ASU President Grady Gamage said, "Dr. Noble's complete dedication to the new field of electronics has resulted in continued benefits to mankind at home and abroad, in war and in peace." During his career at Motorola, Dr. Noble held a variety of positions, including Director of Research, General Manager of the Communications Division, Vice President and Director of Motorola Incorporated, and Vice President and Director in charge of the Communications Division, the Military Electronics Division, and the Semiconductor Products Division. Later, he became Group Executive Vice President in charge of 4 divisions, and finally, Vice Chairman of the Board and Chief Technical Officer of the corporation. In 1970, he stepped down to a position of semi-retirement to assume chairmanship of the Science and Advisory Board, and retired from the corporation's board to become board member emeritus. Today, more than 20,000 employees make up Arizona's Motorola-based operations. At the Government and Systems Technology Group in Scottsdale, complex communications, radar, and tactical electronic equipment for defense, commercial, and space applications are produced. As when Dr. Noble guided past innovations in communications, electronics, and semiconductors, he surely remains an inspiration today to those who find themselves immersed in these applications. Tonight, we welcome this many-faceted man who recognized a world's needs and led an industry to meet those needs. Inventive engineer, the late Dr. Daniel E. Noble, to the Scottsdale History Hall of Fame.